So to find the volume of this solid, there are ways of finding it. Number one is we assume that this originally was a cuboid, and the cuboid has the cross section, the base, as 11 by 8. And the height is this addition of these 3 and this 5, meaning that the height here, if you put it there, is 8. That is, from here down is 3, from this up is this 5, we can see here. So if you want to find the volume, you can find the volume of everything when it was still complete. So the volume of the cuboid is length times breadth times height, because a cuboid too is a prism, and the prism is rectangle. So the area of the cross section is rectangle. That is volume equals to AH. So where A is length times breadth. So in this case, we have the length as 11, the breadth as 8, and the height we got now is also 8. So that means volume of the original cuboid before a particular cuboid was carved out of it is 11 times 8 times 8, and that gives 704 centimeter cube. Now, for us to know the volume of this remnant, this solid we are seeing, we can bring out the volume, we can calculate the volume of the cuboid carved out of it, removed. And how do we get that? That is the cross section or the base. We can say is this by this. And if you look at this place, how do we know from here to here? This 7 will come. That is 7 by this place. This 8 will go up. That is this 8. So from there, we now say volume of the one removed, since it's also a solid, is length times breadth, which is 7 times 8 or 8 times 7. Then times the height. The height is there. So, because, okay, that is this 5. So times 5. And if you do 7 times 8 times 5, 7 times 8 times 5, that should give us 280. 280. Hence, volume of this remnant, everything, this shape we are seeing, is 704. Volume of the original rectangular solid, that is the original cuboid, minus the cuboid removed, which is 280. If you take the difference, you have the volume of this one. That is minus 704. 704 minus 280. That should give us 424 centimeter cube. 424 centimeter cube. And that gives the option A. However, if we don't want to do it this way, we can simply cut this along horizontal, cut it along this line like this, so that we have this the cuboid down and the cuboid up, and find the volume of each of them separately, and at the end of the day we add them together. If we want to do that, volume of the lower cuboid, that is the base is, the length is 11 by 8. The dimension is 11 by 8, which is 11 times 8. 11 times 8. Then the height of this lower cuboid is this 3 times 3. The volume will simply give us 11 times 3, 11 times 8 times 3 should give us 264 centimeter cube. Then we also find the volume of this upper solid, this upper cuboid. The volume is, let us identify a particular face as cross section. For example, we can choose the rectangle on top as cross section, because since the rectangle you have on top is what you also have on the other hand, where it's touching the lower cuboid. So, and the dimension is this place. What is this place? This 8 can come up the opposite side of rectangle. That 8 can also move to this place, opposite side of rectangle, and can also walk up here. So we have 8 here. That means 8 by 4. That is 8 times 4. Then the height of that prism now, is we are choosing this 8 by 4 as cross section, because another rectangle equals to it is at the bottom, facing it here. So the gap between the two rectangles is the height of that cuboid. That is this 5. So we say times 5. And if you multiply this out, we have 8 times 4 times 5. 8 times 4 times 5. That should give us 160. Hence, the volume of the whole solid that we are seeing here is volume of the lower cuboid, which is this 264, plus the volume of this, the upper, the top one, which is 160. And if we add this together, 264 plus 160 should give us 424 as well, centimeter cube, which is still A. And if you like, you can divide it along vertical. It will still give you the same value.